everybody, and welcome back. My name is Wrath. I'm here with my players today, and we're back in King's Crossing for episode 2, called Watch Duty. I wonder what they'll be getting up to today. I'm back. I'm here with... what I'm going to do is I'm going to, when I bring us in, and kind of make sure you guys aren't muted, when I bring us in and announce us into the game, I'm going to be like, hey, welcome back to King's Crossing. I'm Wrath, your Dungeon Master, your Storyteller, whatever. I'm here with Mr. Pickles, and then that's where you'll be like, playing as Grunkle, the blah blah blah, who does blah blah blah. And also Fred, and then this is where he'll come in and be like, playing as blah blah blah, doing blah blah blah, right?
Right.
Alright,
I
fair
will
enough.
do so as soon as you fix Torvekek's name.
Oh, god damn it. Torvekek? Oh yeah, I fucked that up, didn't
Torvekek.
Yeah. No, I fucked it up, yeah. I'll fix it before next session. I remember you telling me that, and I was like, oh, okay, I need to go fix that. It's a art thing that I have to go and redo, so.
It's all good.
I'll fix it before next session. Alright, so welcome back to King's Crossing, episode 2. My name is Wrath, I'm your storyteller for today, and every day. And, well, I guess for this campaign. And, I'm here with, Mr. Pickles.
That's me. I play Grunkle the Ogre Berserker Warrior. He's a good hero guy. And this is Fred.
I play Torvekek, the dwarf from the down under, and he likes gold and digging.
The Australian
dwarf.
dwarf.
Or gold. No, he's a Russian.
Oh.
He's very far down under that he's back on top.
Yeah, back up on top.
Exactly.
On this. Yeah. It's so far. Alright, so I am going to do a previously. I actually have notes on what happened last session, but Mr. Pickles volunteered to do a previously on King's Crossing, so I'm kind of curious what he has now. So we're going to step back into 2 weeks. Last week?
Yep, it was 2 weeks ago. The 15th is when our last session was, because I date my notes.
Damn, did we... Because I remember we pushed a day because Friday didn't work. What was last week's thing?
I was probably feeling pretty bummed about losing my job.
Oh, yeah, that could have been it, yeah. Alright, so...
I called out because I wasn't going to be
an
ogre. Yes, I do have a new job, so I'm not bummed out at all.
Yeah, he's got a great job now. So previously, 2 weeks ago on King's Crossing, episode 1.
That is my cue, I think. So, yeah, I'm not interrupting. Okay, so the big things to know about where we are is we are in the Freelands on this big continent. Freelands are just kind of like the borderlands or wastelands, whatever you want to call them. We're calling them Freelands, though. We are in a town called Arwen's Rest, presumably, and it is a swampy town with lots of mud and kind of jungle-ish, swampish stuff. A specific thing was a stinky flower that did not want to be eaten by my character. We are living at Hobbs Lodge, a wagon turned into a building, or possibly a wagon that is on top of an existing building. It's got multiple levels, so it's difficult to say. There's Griff the bartender. He's nice. He gave me free drinks. I did a contest with him, I think. It didn't matter. There's Liliana, the waitress. She is a character who has interacted with us and was naked around us, and that is that. There's Kyler, the hunt captain. He wears fur armor and he has a beaver hat, and he had a job for us, which turned out to be cleaning sidewalks. And that's when somebody tried to eat a flower. And then we met the priestess Adselin of Inebria. Or I haven't met her. She just saw me get stunk on by a flower. But my comrade met her, and she wears orange. Yeah.
Orange specifically.
How do you think you did, Torvekek?
What do you mean?
Did I miss anything major? I mean, I went to the bath. I washed myself in the lake, but then we came back, and I think that's sort of where we wrapped up.
Let me think, out of everything I have,
I mean, we had a bad nightmare when we slept the first night.
Yeah,
but
that was the only other thing that I had noted that you didn't hit on, but yeah.
Not on anything in my notes.
What?
Because I said I dated my notes earlier.
Oh, right, you dated your notes, yeah.
Well, we didn't hit on the lady because, she's getting out of the bath, and that's not generally a good place to hit on people.
Yes.
True.
That was the part of the notes we did not hit on.
Yeah, don't hit on those notes. Okay, so we are back with Grunkle and Torvekek, our ogre and our favorite ogre and our favorite little dwarf at the river. Grunkle, you have just recently been able to wash yourself. You're feeling cleansed. The water is really crisp and cool, almost like it's coming from a glacier in the mountain and flowing down. You do notice that your stink is gone. So that's, I mean, you've got very powerful nostrils. You're very used to being able to sniff and smell down stuff. You can tell that your stink is gone. You still smell a trace of it, but that's probably just coming from Torvekek, who's been traveling with you. But now you're feeling rested and refreshed. What would you like to do?
I'd like to do that thing in shampoo commercials where the lady whips her hair and it just sends like the water spraying up.
Perfect.
You know, where she has her head down and goes, well, bam.
I'm trying to remember.
You
you guys didn't put your character images on your. I mean, was I supposed to do that? On your guys' character sheets.
Oh, I don't know how to do that. I will do that if you tell me how.
No, I know how. But
I was just gonna real quick check your character sheet to remember what your hair looked like. But you tell me, what is your hair like?
It's probably a little bit longer than it should because Grunkle's been traveling without his fellow ogres for a while. So I'm imagining it's probably like almost shoulder length, but he like ties it up with pieces of twine or something to try and get it out of the way. And he does not look like the Viking look, but it's sort of in that realm of he like buns it up.
Yeah,
just tries to get out. He needs a barber.
Is he still tied up and you're doing the whip?
No, I took out
took out the whip. Or you took out the tie. Okay. So Torvekek, you're sitting up on the shore watching an ogre bathe himself in full gear. He didn't remove.
I didn't take off my clothes.
No,
I thought I took everything off.
If I remember,
I want to be naked.
Last session, you told me you went in fully clothed because of the stink.
Okay, well, in the lake, I get angry at my choices from last time and go, I should have taken everything off.
Just as a quick correction, it's a river, not a lake. Just so you, I just don't want you to be confused. Okay. So while Grunkle's been in at some point while he was in the river, he removed his clothing. Hopefully he's holding on to it. You're not sure if you just let it flow downstream.
I put it on land if I'm taking it off.
So as Grunkle whips his hair up, Torvekek, you're sitting up on the shore. You notice that not only is Grunkle naked now, he's also whipping his hair and throwing a bunch of wet clothes at you. What would you like to do?
The fuck are you doing? Sorry, I gotta get the accent again.
You're getting there.
I couldn't understand you. No accent. No, I'm kidding.
Why are you throwing all this water around like this? Be normal, ogre.
This is normal for Grunkle ogre kind. We always have very specific ceremony for bathhouse. Bathhouse important, bathhouse critical, bathhouse traditional. And he'll splash with that third, like, the finger, like, in his hand, it, like, hits the water.
I understand that you have things to do and how to do things, but I would prefer not having to get all the water and shit off my armor every time you take a bath. I could be standing back at the tavern and I'd still get water all over me at this rate.
You're too kind. You really don't have to pay me that many compliments. I'm almost done anyways.
All right then. You do that. I will go over here, far away from whatever the fuck is up with this, and I will take a little bath myself. Too bad we don't have any springs here. Wait, this shit is muddier than the armor is now. I'll go to the next town and take a bath there. There's no point really here.
Weird.
As you guys are talking, you hear what sounds like a little kid giggling. You guys can both roll for me. Let me refamiliarize myself with rolls here. Go ahead and roll for me an easy awareness check.
Easy.
Ooh, plus 20.
Let's go.
Awareness, you say?
Awareness, I do say.
That doesn't really help me, does it?
1162.
Make sure you guys call out your rolls because people on stream, listening and whatnot. Yeah. So in this case, Pickles needs to hit a 45. Actually, no, you need to hit a 65 because of the plus 20. You rolled an 82, which means you failed. You got over your roll. Now, Torvekek has an interesting one. He has a 42, but with the plus 20 for it being easy, it's a 62 or less he needs to hit. He rolled an 11, which is not only less, but it's a double of the same number, which makes it a crit success. So with that, Grunkle, you, maybe it's Torvekek giggling.
Stop
So
laugh.
let me get this straight.
Stop
Let me get this
laugh.
straight. We have to roll under the max.
Yeah.
Yep.
You want to roll
That's
under.
how
Okay.
D100s usually work.
So Torvekek, you turn and you see that there's a log not too far away, not in the water, but kind of in the, think about it like the trail comes down to the river and kind of expands out, and it's kind of like, say, like a beach, but it's all mud, right? And
Right.
in that opening, you're sitting probably somewhere near the middle. Grunkle's out in the water, and off to the side, near the edge of this mud beach, there's a big old log. And you see not one, but two different people sitting on this log watching you. One of them is the source of the giggle. It's a little kid, this young boy. And because of your crit, you actually remember this kid. He ran by you in the tavern. I don't believe you've gotten his name. But from this crit success, you remember during your time at the tavern, you watched him, and you noticed that he is somehow related to or very familiar with Griff, the bartender. You didn't get his name, you don't know much more about him, but he's sitting over there, and you can see that his pants are down around his ankles as he's sitting on this log. And pickles. The other person that you see sitting on the log is a very rotund older man. Looks very, how do I say this? Dad bod, like very fit, but obviously not like bodybuilder, more of,
Right.
heavy. And he's got a big old handlebar mustache that hangs down, basically comes down to his nipples. He has a shirt on, so you can't see his nipples, but his pants are also down around his ankles. As they're both sat on this log, and from your awareness check, you can tell that these two are obviously pooping. The little boy giggles at you, and he goes, "You're funny."
Yeah, so you have a tiny dick.
I'm a child!
You're just proving my point.
Grunkle's out in the water. He's got like splish and splash in. He can't hear this
Yeah.
kid. And so he just hears Torvekek. I like it.
Yeah. Never spoke to.
Oi, I don't even see yours. I don't want to see yours. Keep
Oh.
it under the water until you're done, yeah?
Okay. Grunkle probably looked momentarily like, oh? And then it was, oh.
The kid's just like, "What's your name?"
Why do you want to know?
"You came to the tavern. Are you friend?"
Right. Do you ask everyone's name that you see while you're taking a shit?
"My dad says that's how you make friends. You gotta be friendly, or else people won't be friendly to you."
I don't think
Looks
we
at
should
the
be friends
dad.
with the log shitter family.
Looks at the dad and raises an eyebrow.
The older man is totally just like whole focus. Like, he looks up at you and he goes, "What are you looking at?
Your
You ain't
son
never
is
seen a
trying-
grown man shit before."
I have, but your son's trying to have a conversation with me while he's having one, yes?
"You ain't seen my son. This isn't my son. That's Matthew.
Oh, that
Griff's
makes
boy."
it even better. That makes it even better. Okay.
Yeah, he's just pooping with
this-
a random child in the woods. When they probably have outhouses.
All right. I think this conversation is over. I look back at the ogre. All right. This conversation and this situation has gotten way out of hand. We saw a naked woman. Now we're seeing naked children. This is not the place I want to be.
"I'm not
going
naked.
back
I'm
to town.
pooping."
Uncle
Shut
knows
up, you!
naked children.
I'm going
Weird.
back to town. You can finish whatever you're doing, and I'll see you back at the tavern, I guess.
Story told him. I'm done, so I think I'm done.
"Bye, Grumpy
All
Dwarf."
right. What?
Bye, Grumpy Dwarf. I said.
Bye, weird child. I hope you have a wonderful day.
"My name is
Yeah.
Matthew.
Have a good day, Matthew.
I think it's supposed to be Mateo, but I just go by Matthew."
Okay, good to know. Just Torvekek's walking back to town. The situation's gotten way too weird for him.
What is Grunkle doing?
I mean, once I'm finished, I'd be heading back too.
Okay. Grunkle, you climb up out of the river. You now see that there is a man and a child over on this log, both pooping.
And
The
this is too weird for
child seems
Grunkle.
to be finished. He seems to be pulling up his pants, and he looks up and he goes, "Whoa! You're huge, sir."
Thank.
Well, you're quite welcome. Are you also a grumpy? What are you?
I'm Grunkle.
A grumpy
And
grunkle.
Grunkle is putting on clothes right now.
That's a good idea. It's okay to be naked out here when you're in the river, but if you walk through town naked, people might look at you kind of funny.
Okay. Rude.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. I was just trying to give you. What was it? Advice. Help. I'm trying to help.
It's pronounced Edbis.
Edbis,
And,
yeah.
Grunkle bodies of ogres are made in the image of the gods. So a naked ogre is a sign of prosperity, not anything bad.
What?
Uncle, where the fuck are you?
You
I'm
just
trying to put on my clothes. It's bothering me.
Your clothes are completely drenched.
I don't care. I have nerves of steel.
No, that's probably fine. Yeah.
I am used
he
to
wasn't naked,
working in
though, was
stone
he?
rain.
He had all his clothes on.
No, I
or did he
went
take 'em
in
off
there
while
and
he
I
was in there?
forgot, and now
Oh,
I took them off and threw them on
Okay.
land, and now I'm putting them on.
Everything.
Everything's cleaned.
We'll end it at that. So, I can tell you guys are trying to get away from this situation. So
This
the kid's
kid is creeping me out.
the kid's eyes just go wide. He's like, "Whoa!" You know, with you saying that the ogre's body made in the image of the gods, and it's a sign of prosperity.
Mhm.
He's looking at you like, his eyes just go wide. And with that, you have re-equipped your clothes and or armor. I think you did have armor.
Yeah,
didn't you?
I'm armoring up.
Yeah.
I've got my sharpened stick.
Yeah. The kid seems to be equipping his clothes, and he's all done. The man is still heavily grunting and looking out to the water and the sky and the ground. What would you like to do?
Yeah.
You hear the dwarf calling for you from down the road.
Yeah, I still want to catch up with him.
Okay.
Get into town.
You catch up to the dwarf. You guys are walking back to town. You guys say anything along your way? Do anything?
That kid is weird. I don't trust him.
What did you think I tried to leave, yeah?
I thought you didn't like me bathing, and I thought you were offended
That's a
by my.
completely different story.
Oh, good.
Hey, Grumpy
That is good.
Dwarf, did you know this guy's made in the image of the gods?
Oh, God, no.
Torvekek jumps a little bit.
You-
Where the fuck did you come from?
You see that in between you two, the kid is walking, holding onto one of Grunkle's fingers.
You brought him?
Wait, is this not the stick?
That is a small child, not a stick.
I thought this was my sharpened stick.
Oh, at least I didn't eat the child.
Your mic just switched.
Damn.
Just so you know. That was
Thank you.
What the fuck did?
well, the gods are speaking. The kid's
How
like,
did you bring small child without noticing?
I'm real sneaky like that. If you ever need anybody to get in any small spaces or retrieve anything without anybody knowing, I'm real good at sneaking around. I've been practicing.
Torvekek starts stroking his beard. We
That
may have need of your services.
I've never seen a beard like that. Yours is way better than anyone's here, ever.
I take great pride in my beard. Beard is the sign of prosperity among dwarves. The longer the beard, the better they can take care of it, the more gold they have.
That's mighty Whatever.
I think you're looking for impressive.
I can't find impressive anywhere, but
That is the word you're trying to say.
oh, yeah, that's the word. Is the secret not washing ever?
No.
Oh,
The secret is washing, but not in a river full of mud.
so if I just don't take baths anymore, can I grow a beard like that? Hey, God, man,
No.
look at that beard.
If you don't take baths, you end up looking like ogre.
He's the god, I think.
He's what?
One of the gods. He's
Torvekek just looks up and. What the fuck did you tell the child?
Well, in my homeland, there are many bathhouses. Bathhouses are like dwarven beards for dwarvens. And the sign of naked ogres in the street is a sign of prosperity, for the ogres' bodies are made in the image of the gods.
yeah.
Ogre, you have the mind of a small child.
Bigger than this one, though.
Yeah.
Somehow. Okay, small child. He is not God. He just thinks he has the body of one, yeah?
Yeah, that's correct.
I believe that. Have you seen him? He's huge. But he doesn't have a beard like you. Are you one of the gods? Too?
No, I am dwarf.
Yeah, that's probably true.
What do you mean probably?
Well, there is the dwarven god in the
Yes, that one.
Yeah, she's a real cool god. They make a lot of parties and stuff. It's a lot of fun.
Do you go to these parties?
Yeah, my dad hosts them at the tavern, and people party and I get juice, and it's a lot of fun.
It is good for you. We are going back to tavern. I guess you might as well come with us if that's where you're going.
Okay. He grabs onto the dwarf's arm as well, and does the whole like little skip thing between you two.
Just swinging between the two.
He's like, you guys are actually pretty cool, huh?
It depends on the people we talk to. So far, you have not tried to kill me, so I will tolerate you.
I don't really know how to kill anything, but I know how to catch frogs real good.
We might need those services as well.
Yeah, my friend, Addie. Addie? No. Who taught me? Ileana. Ileana taught me. She taught me, where to get good frogs at. The trees that are marked with white, that's where you get good frogs. But the trees that have like vines and stuff, no, that's bad.
Give me a moment. You say white trees are good for hunting frog.
Yeah, well, not white trees, but it's trees that got like white mark on them. That's where you find the best frogs, big frogs.
Okay. Is Ileana your age?
Oh yeah. No. She babysits me sometimes though.
Oh, does she now?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get back to the tavern before I learn more information that I probably do not need to know.
I don't know what that means, but I'll tell him. Hey, Godman, he says he doesn't want you to spit all that mad knowledge and stuff anymore, okay?
That is
Grunkle.
not what I said. He is standing right next to me.
Grunkle hear many things, but Grunkle needs to suppress thoughts of fresh baby back ribs. Grunkle need not
Grunkle?
make mistakes. Grunkle very
When you say
hungry.
baby back ribs, you don't mean literally, right?
Grunkle is avoiding eye contact completely. Grunkle is very hungry.
The kid keeps swinging.
Grunkle? Right?
You guys.
Yes.
You guys make it back into town. You see, basically the walkways are clear of all the debris and rubble and tree limbs and whatnot, and there's plenty of good walking paths. Where are you guys heading? What are you guys wanting to do?
Did we ever get paid for our work earlier?
You have not yet. No.
I say we find the food that was wearing the fur, leather, and armor. Kyler, not food.
He'll be back at the tavern, yes?
Yeah, let's go to tavern. Is there any like rocks that are like the size of maybe like a human's fist?
Absolutely.
Grunkle wants to put one in his mouth to help tide him over.
Okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
Grunkle not falling into desperation.
You do that. Torvekek, you find that Mateo or Matthew is also holding a giant rock, being like,
Trick is to start at the mossy part. That has the most flavor.
Okay, small child, do not try to imitate him. I have no idea why he thinks he can eat moss and a rock, but you cannot.
But I want to be in the image of the gods too, also.
Okay, remember this, okay? He is ogre, you are not. He
You
has
are gnome.
brain. He has brain the same size as you, if not a tad bit bigger. Do you want your brain to get only a little bit bigger?
You can eat anything if your brain is the same size as mine.
Shut up, Ogren. Alright, he takes the rock from his hand. Do not eat rocks, yes? Eat meat.
That's how you get
That's how you get the beard.
impressiveness. Yeah.
Meat.
Rock does not equal beard. Meat equals beard. He tosses the rock at the ogre's head. Just lightly.
Meat, beard, rock, muscle.
Easy target.
As you guys are talking, Torvekek, you get bumped into. Someone walking by.
Is it me?
no, it wasn't Grunkle.
Sorry.
You notice it's the man who was back on the log. You go, oh, excuse me, sorry.
Hello there.
He stops and looks back. Hi.
I was just saying hello because you knocked into me. You could continue on. I don't have anything to say.
Figures. Turns and keeps walking on.
Have a nice day.
He kind of does one of those over the head waves. And, oh yeah. You guys wanted to head to Hobbs Lodge, correct?
Yes, and I have a question for Mateo before we get there.
Absolutely.
How long have you been gnome?
I don't know what that is. Is that a good frog catcher?
No, that's you. Yes.
Yeah, I'm a good frog catcher. I mean, I got the secrets on like where to go, but you gotta be real quick. And
Why do you
like
catch
to jump.
frog? Are they tasty?
Oh. You see, he starts to like really think. He's like, I haven't tried that.
Why catch frog then, if not eat?
All right, I race them. And
What?
then the fastest one gets to be my pet, and the slowest one, they don't make it.
Torvekek, Grunkle, very disappointed in our gnome.
He's not a gnome.
Okay.
He is a small child.
He looks at you. No, I'm a gnome. I'm real good at frog catching. You
Just
can't beat
because
me.
you are small does not make you gnome.
No, he said I am a gnome. He's got
What about
he's
our
got the
word?
big
By
brain,
two human
remember?
parents.
You
born by two human parents.
you said he's got a big brain.
No, he's
Fuck
small
it,
brain,
I'm
he
out of
said.
it.
I have
He just
small
gives
I
up
have
and
brain
walks
size of rock in mouth.
Trebek's had enough of this shit. He's gone.
Yeah, hopefully we're at Hobbs Lodge by now.
yeah, you guys can head into Hobbs Lodge as you guys head in. You see that Liliana's cleaning, getting ready. Griff seems to be cooking up some stuff, kind of taking care of the back end, back room, whatever it's called. Yeah, back room. I think it's back room and front room in the restaurant industry. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You see, Kyler's in there, and he's sitting at a table with someone else, and they're looking at some kind of parchment paper. The rest of the tavern seems pretty open and empty at the time. Seems like people are still out working during the day. What'd you guys like to do?
Torvekek is leading, so and I'm following right behind him since he's done with me and my nonsense.
Okay. The kid lets go and he runs into the back kitchen area.
Torvekek, I thought you were leading. Stop suddenly.
I just was going to get here and get away from whatever the fuck happened out there.
Understand. Well, I guess I'm gonna talk to these people about a piece of paper on a table. You can join if one, but you know.
You approach Hunt Captain Kyler at the table.
Yeah, but I'll spend like 10 seconds, like after saying you can join if you want.
Oh, all right, I'll come. Just don't do anything boneheaded, yeah?
Yes, I will. Yeah, boneheaded. Yeah, will not do.
You approach the table. You can see that Kyler's sitting there, kind of like with his hand to his head, kind of like nursing a headache. He looks up, sees you, looks back down, detaches a pouch from his belt and tosses it across to the other side of the table. You hear it land on the table and kind of jing, ding ding. And he goes back to staring at this parchment, hand to his head. The gentleman next to him is doing basically the same. Well, he's kicked back, but you can see that he's frustrated too. Arms crossed, kind of deep sigh.
All right, what's the problem?
Without looking up, Kyler's like, "Welcome back, gents. I see the stench is gone."
Yes, we managed to find very, very muddy water.
Good, very good. That's Did you disconnect from Roll20?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm still here. Oh, connection to the server has been interrupted.
I was gonna say I don't see you. It's alright for now, but you can reconnect that. He's like, that's payment for earlier. You guys went above and beyond, so I threw in some extra in there for you. Out of game? Well, we'll talk about it during the under the table. Never mind. He's like, you guys ready for your next job? If you're sticking around and still wanting to help us out.
How much do we get paid?
Do you pick up the coin pouch?
Yeah.
There is exactly 10 silver.
So 5 each. Yeah. That okay with you, Mr. Ogren?
Yeah, Grunkle will nod if you're saying that out loud.
So
course,
5
but...
each. Yes, we will stick around if we keep getting paid.
He's like, yeah, I could use the help. I'll pay for it. You guys survived the journey out here apart. I could only imagine you guys would be quite the force to be reckoned with together. How do you guys feel about help me out on a little something? And he kind of looks around, making sure the place is still empty, and looks back to you guys.
Sure, I suppose.
Perfect. 2 seconds here. Alright, he's like, hey Lily, can you just bring us a round of bolts for everyone here? Appreciate it. She kind of nods and picks up her stuff and heads to the kitchen. He's like, alright. Basically, some of the wildlife around here has gotten a lot more bold lately. It's getting out of hand. They're getting closer and closer to town, and I'm really not trying to worry the townsfolk, but it's dangerous out there, obviously. More dangerous than normal. If you guys wouldn't mind, we're gonna do a trip out to kind of check the area, do a patrol, check the traps. I don't know, figure out what's going on maybe if we can. That seem like something you guys are capable of? He kind of looks at the pointy stick and armor and stuff. He like obviously this is like probably below your guys' pay grade, but
I suppose so. I've done a lot of patrols when I was in the deeps.
Any of these animals tasty? You said they're getting bold, so I assume you meant something other than what I think.
I mean, there's a lot of the normal stuff out there: deer, hare, herds. But there's also there's plenty of other creatures in a swamp.
Grunkle, not know. What dangers do you think are actually out there? Are we eating snakes? Are we eating giant spiders? Are we eating elves? Or, like wolves? That's what I meant to say.
It's like, yeah, no, there's definitely snakes, eels, spiders. Spiders are a little more rare. You encounter something big like that, probably best just to stay out of its way. Gators can be dangerous. That's the usual. Yeah, if you guys are down for this, we can set out. I think Jonathan and I will head south, and you guys can head east, and we can split it in two. It's about a 2-day trip. 1 day out, check the traps. 1 day back. What do you guys think?
All right, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
All right. Lily brings out a couple of malt, one malt for everybody in a mug. And she smiles at Grunkle and then at Torvekek and moves back to cleaning tables. He's like, all right. For this traps, once you guys hit the frost trees, it's gonna be the furthest that I've ever set traps, so you wouldn't need to head beyond them. Basically, anywhere you're gonna find these yellow flags hung from trees. That's noting that there's a trap nearby. So most of them are like hare traps, snare traps. Maybe some of the, what are they called? Bear traps. Yeah. He's like, I didn't hide them necessarily because most of the game that we're hunting isn't, smart enough to try and avoid them. It's just, I put out the yellow flags so that way people know, hey, there's a trap nearby. Just kind of make sure you see it before anything. So, that seemed like something you guys can do.
I'm assuming then that you're not coming with us.
They're
No,
going east.
south.
We're going east. Yeah.
We split it up. We can each do it. That way, instead of it taking 4 days or whatever, it takes 2. Both knock it out.
All right.
That way, if you guys discover anything about what might be pushing creatures to be more bold and approach town, make sure you bring that information back so we can kind of get that going. Might stock up before you go. You guys can talk to Liliana about getting some food for the journey. She can pack you guys up a couple somethings. And Griff might even throw in some drinks that you guys can take out there in some animal skins. You guys are gonna have to set up camp, so make sure you guys are at least somewhat prepared for that. If you guys need some supplies, I can give you a little bit. We don't have much, but as long as you guys got something to kind of stay dry and something to start a fire with, basics. You guys obviously been out in the world. You kind of know what to expect. And I don't know if you guys are the religious sort. You could always talk to Addison about, having the gods watch over you on the journey. Any questions?
Not really, but I will need to talk to Addison. We were talking earlier about our specific religions, and she seems interested.
Fair enough. May the gods bless you then.
And you as well.
Appreciate it. Any questions? Grump? I'm sorry.
Sorry, my mic was muted. It is Grunkle, yes. I am Grunkle. You said, bar and food and free drinks.
Yeah.
I won't waste any more of your time. Grunkle will help get prepared for that leg of journey.
All right, excellent. He scrapes up the parchment and he goes, I appreciate the help, guys. I wish you guys the best of journeys. I guess I'll see you back here tomorrow.
Yes,
Well,
Kyler.
we come back successful in our hunts. Next round's on me.
We will do traditional ogre celebration of joy and ecstasy of the successful hunt. We will come back. We will be successful.
He pulls up his beaver hat and situates it on his face and kind of slaps Jonathan on the shoulder and stumbles and gets up. You can see clearly tipsy, but Kyler will kind of reach out and attempt to do a handshake with Grunkle. Obviously, his hand being not nearly as big as yours.
Grunkle will be gentle, and he will shake the hand as if he is shaking the hand of a royalty person.
He shakes your hand, then he'll turn to Torvekek and he'll reach out his hand to him as well.
Shake the hand.
Gentlemen, best of luck. And
Appreciate it.
you can see he pulls a pack onto his back. Jonathan also pulls a pack on his back, and they head out of the Hobbs Lodge. What do you two do?
Torvekek.
Yes.
I think I can handle the rations for a trip because I think I will estimate properly and you may underestimate as a dwarf. No offense. You just don't know perhaps my appetite proper, and I think I can handle this. Good. I have military experience in counting rations. Perhaps if you'd like to go talk with the lady at the church, then I can handle this, and we can meet for dinner when it is dinner time. It feels like dinner time. But
So you're going to go do all this by yourself?
I mean, it's 5 stools away. I'll just go over there and talk to them. And
you're talking to them, not going and doing the entire. Okay, yes.
No. Yes, just get rations for a trip. Get beer for a trip. You can do what you want. Look, Grunkle is fool, but Grunkle not big fool. Grunkle, again, you may perhaps need time away from my stature. Right. So I do this, and you able to do that, and you come back for dinner, and you love Grunkle again.
I agree with all of that except the last part. We will just have to see about that one.
Yeah, we see.
Alright, let's break, go. You get food. Do not get literal baby back ribs, yes?
Correct, yes. I don't think they sell that here, no.
Okay.
Unless they do. If they do, Grunkle will buy many ribs and put in delightful package to take on trip. But that, yes, it's not going to happen.
If you get little baby back ribs, my axe will go through your forehead.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So that's a no on the literal baby back ribs.
As long as it is from animal, not person. Yes.
Yeah. So if there is pig and we get pig baby back ribs,
you can have yes.
Okay, Grunkle will get a ton of that then for the road. That would be awesome for by fire.
Just be sure to get other stuff as well, so we don't have to make a fire every time we want to eat.
I will only be able to get other stuff, I'm sure.
All right,
no ribs.
I will deal with Precious.
All right. So Torvekek heads out with his new pouch of 5 extra silver. We'll stick with Grunkle for now, I think.
So I can still hear. I just wanted to grab the bathroom really quick. If you want to go with Torvekek.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
I can keep my headphones on because I've got a long cable.
Yeah, we're gonna do a break here in like 15, so I wasn't sure. I mean, do you want to Should we just take
Grunkle, hold bladder, then fine.
I was just saying we could take the break now instead.
Oh, no, you don't need to take a break because of me. I know it's usually me that we're taking a break because of, but if you wanted to just go over to Torvekek for like a couple minutes.
Why don't we go to Torvekek, you go do your thing, and then we'll still take a break in 15 minutes.
Okay, yeah, we'll do everything.
Fuck yeah! Alright, Torvekek, you are headed out. You haven't seen a church in town, but you step out of the Hobbs Lodge.
Didn't she say she was going to be in the tavern, or was that just I told her I would be?
You said that you would be, and she said that she would see you there eventually. It is middle of the day, remember.
Alright, cool.
But you step out into the town of Arlen's Rest. You see, as it normally is, it's a rundown, decrepit, debris-ridden town set in the middle of these ruins. There's obviously Hobbs Lodge. There's obviously this like patchwork wall around the town with the gate that you came through. You've seen plenty of paths and stuff leading different places, but you haven't really gotten to explore a whole lot yet. How would you like to proceed?
Is there signs or anything?
No, there's definitely no signs.
Alright, so I'm just gonna have to wing it.
So, you're at the south end of town. Would you like to head? Basically, if you head west, you head towards the ocean. If you head north, you head towards the... So, like, there's the river, but it's outside the city, obviously, outside the town. There's, like, you'd have to go outside the town, but you can head north towards that side or east.
Well, people seem to like building churches near the ocean, so let's do that.
Okay, so you're gonna head west.
Yeah.
So heading west, you kind of set off on one of these clear trails. Obviously, the road, quote unquote, is very, very clean, easily seen, no trip hazards or nothing. You're walking along, and funny enough, up ahead is how would you describe it? A crossroads of sorts. It's like a town square where there's a tree in the middle, and then like a roundabout, like a road roundabout around it.
Yeah.
And at the base of the tree is an altar. And next to that altar is a woman clad in orange sitting next to it. There's plenty of flowers in this little grove, this little roundabout circle. Plenty of flowers. It looks like it's actually pretty well taken care of.
Oh, Dylan, is that you?
You see a woman looks up and kind of sways, and you can see her eyes are glazed, and she kind of looks over and she goes, Is that Torvekek?
Yes, it's me.
It's good to see you again, my friend. Welcome. Come have a seat.
You can do. I go and sit down, I guess.
Pickles do that on
Pickles'
purpose, or
camera
did
just
Pickles just die?
Oh,
Camera's
did I
messed
die?
up.
Oh, you're back.
You-
Your camera
I should be here.
Your camera just went. It looked like that.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I just found out that the static of my feet on like the plastic floor protector underneath my chair causes my microphone to die sometimes. Yeah, it's
That's wild.
and yeah, that's the best explanation I have, at least. Anyways, I'm not interrupting.
All right. So you pull up a seat on the grass there. It's well taken care of. Like I said, it's actually probably one of the more comfortable spots you've sat. And you see that Addison is clearly tipsy, and she kind of looks at you and she goes, "Voila!" And she kind of moves one of her cloak, like part of her cloak, and pulls out an extra tankard. And from her animal skin, fills it up and hands it to you. Would you join me?
know. Yes, I will. You know the way directly to a dwarf's heart, don't you?
I have heard that your people do enjoy the drink almost as much as my own.
Yes. We are always up for a good drink. He takes the tankard, lifts it up to her in kind of a salute, and takes a long swig.
She takes it straight from her animal skin and leans back against the altar, and she goes, "What brings you to the altar?
Well, I was looking for you actually. Um,
Well,
I
congrats.
thought we could.
You
Yeah,
have
yes,
found
yes,
me.
I found you. First try too.
It must have been the gods' guidance, or
It must have been the ancestors' guidance or your gods.
or
Well,
that
they
it's
both
the only
exist.
altar in town. It's who knows.
Well, I mean, I could have gone so many directions, but I went this one and I found you here, so I'm guessing the ancestors wanted us to have this conversation.
It's very possible, very possible. Well, it's a pleasure to welcome you into the altar of Inebria. Is there something specific you were seeking me out for?
Well, I thought we could have that conversation about religion, but now the drinks are involved, I feel that would not be best.
She takes another swig and she goes, "What's wrong with drinks and religion?"
Oh,
Dwarf.
I just figured that once we get enough in this, we might not remember the conversation.
I feel that if the gods or the ancestors wish us to remember what we speak of today, then we most certainly will. And if not, at
Fair
least we'll
enough.
have fun doing it.
Yeah, fair enough. He takes another big swig.
She kind of like laughs and takes another one too. She's like, challenge accepted.
All right.
She looks and she goes, "So, what is it you would like to know?"
I don't really know much about the gods outside of the dwarven religion. All I know is they exist, and there are many that follow them. Although this god or goddess you follow is not that far from dwarves, so I feel she is okay. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Inebria is actually is a dwarf by nature. She was born as one of the gods, true, but she was born a dwarf, and many would see this as a cripple or a hindrance or a malnormity. Malnormity?
Malady.
Melody? Whatever. You know what I mean. She's like, but she embraced it and she made it her own and she owned it, and actually it showed her strength and her true power. And not only that, but for her endurance and constitution, that she was able to endure more than any of the other gods have ever seen. And she did so with a drink in her hand and a frying pan in the other.
This sounds much like dwarf.
Hmm.
It is.
I don't know which came first.
Who knows? Maybe they both came around the same time.
Yeah, maybe she is one of the dwarf. Maybe she helped spawn the dwarf. I wasn't alive at the time. I wouldn't know.
Neither was I, surprisingly, though I am old.
How old are you, friend?
Let me think for a moment. There was that time in the cave. There was that other time where I almost died. Ah, yeah. I think I am about.
You have lived many a life, haven't you?
I'm probably about 200, 220, something like that.
You've definitely got a life or two on me then.
Maybe a couple. But you have drinks, so it is okay.
So why don't you tell me of your ancestor? Who is it that you pray to in the night? Who keeps you safe and warm?
My ancestors, it is hard to pray to just one of them. It really depends on the situation.
Is this like your specific family, or is this just dwarf ancestor as a whole?
It is our ancestors. Generally, we pray to our family's ancestors to keep us safe. The especially notable ones, and you pray to them based on what they're known for. There are general dwarven heroes that came about in the past that all dwarves can pray to if they don't want to pray to their own family. But me specifically, I'd rather pray to my ancestors.
And then is
If
it
that makes sense.
any dwarf who has come before you? Are they taken in as one of the ancestors, or is it only these great known heroes of yours?
All of our ancestors are to be prayed to, and it is known by us that still follow those ways that they are always watching over us. They're not specifically here, but they know of us and know of our struggles.
That is quite the formidable army.
If
I wouldn't
only
want
we
to piss
could,
off them gods.
if only we could bring them into the material plane, yes.
That would be a sight to behold indeed. Any of our gods or ancestors walked among us.
It would truly be a sight to behold. Imagine the dwarven and godly army that would march across these lands. It would have to be something truly terrible to call them here.
I don't think they'd enjoy marching through a swamp very much. She looks down at her completely like mud-caked dress.
Ah, they would not care, they are gods, yes?
True. Who can really know?
Only the gods know and only the ancestors know.
She takes another big swig. She goes, so, what brings a dwarf like you, one of the ancestors, to a land like Alwyn's Rest?
It is a personal quest of mine, yeah? I was in one of the Dwarven Deeps for many years, and I left it after a time. It got old fighting nothing. The first the first 50 years or so, it was exciting going deeper and fighting the things in the deep that required fighting. But then we ran out of things to fight, and the army got downsized. So the deeps became smaller, so I had to find other things to do. So I made it my mission to take the gold I earned from the military and travel the world and chase the ale that all of the different areas produce.
And how is the ale here compared to that of the outer world?
Compared to everywhere else, it is really good. Compared to the Dwarven, meh, the Dwarves still do it better.
So I will
He
note
kinda
that this
Chuckles.
drink that you're drinking, it is basically it's the same as the house malt that you just had a drink of inside Hobbs Rest. It's like a house brewed copper colored malt, described as like a sour malt with somewhat of a sweet finish. This one is sweet all the way through. It almost seems like it has a honey imbued in it to give it this sweet texture to where it's like smooth and it like coats your throat. And like think about it, like if you had a sore throat, this would make it feel better. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. That's so weird. So for me, what you just typed in the chat, it's like half cut off. Is that for everyone else? Or just me?
Oh, that's weird.
It's only the top. I'm gonna reload. It's like only the top of it.
I don't see anything he wrote.
I just typed ambrosia because that's what it sounds like. Sickly sweet, enticing, imbibing, coats your throat, makes you stay on a Greek island.
Who knows? Grunkle's
It's from
running.
the Odyssey, I think.
Oh, I need to reread that. What? Are you punching her?
No,
Dead.
I was just making sure my stuff. I was just my chat wasn't loading, so I was just making sure. It wasn't.
You just crit success on this bitch. Bam!
In a martial melee, that's like you drew a sword and you just stabbed through her. This isn't just your stick. You used a serious weapon.
No, I think this
You
is
beheaded
your
her with your
Warhammer,
axe.
isn't it? This is your Warhammer's martial.
It'd be my axe.
Yeah,
No, I'm not trying to kill her.
All right,
I
roll
was
for
just
damage.
Making sure my stuff was loading.
Jesus hell. Where the fuck were we? Oh yeah, so you enjoyed the drink and it seems to be soothing you. Trying to remember where we left off. You were talking about your journey and she asked about the ales and she goes, well, is there any parting words I could leave you with? Anything else that you seek?
Not much. Just hope that the Inebria watches over me in my travels, because much drink will be had, and I'm assuming that is something she would be interested in. Yes.
Are you leaving us?
Not quite yet.
Moving on your journey.
Just in my... Not quite yet. I have a job to do with the ogre that your hunt captain has told us to do.
Is the ogre still unwell?
He doesn't stink anymore. He had bath.
Oh, that's very good to hear. I look forward to meeting him. Will you be at the tavern tonight then?
I will, yes.
Excellent. Then I look forward to seeing you there.
Perhaps we will have more drink, yes?
Oh, without a doubt. I wouldn't have it any other way. And I would look forward to meeting your friend.
He is an acquired taste.
Well, I will come prepared. Palate at the ready.
I hope so. He takes the last swig out of the mug.
As you do, you hear her kind of whisper to you, may the goddess of the drink pour you both overflowing mugs of good fortune, your journey. And she takes a swig of hers and leans back and closes her eyes. You can see that she's just kind of soaking in sunlight.
Torvekek responds in kind. And may my ancestors and yours watch over you as you go about your life.
I appreciate that, Dwarf.
I appreciate it.
We're going to jump back over to Grunkle, unless you have anything else you want to say.
Nope, I'm good.
All right, Grunkle, you are at Hobbs Lodge.
Yes, I have a question.
Oh, okay.
I'm giving military attire as part of my starting trappings as a warrior type character.
Yes.
In that military attire, may I have a cape?
Oh, you 100% have a cape. That was already, I think it's on your character image. You definitely have a cape. You're very regal, flowing Roman militia, a very nice cape.
Okay,
whether it's still in
haven't-
good condition, that's up to you.
It's not, and I want to say I haven't been wearing it at all.
Okay.
I've just been with my leather armor. I might have like military pauldrons or something of leather armor, but because things have gotten serious, I will take out my serious cape, which is very tattered and bloodstained from war and combat. A berserker's cape should not look good. If it looks good, then you're not really a berserker, are you? But it's time for business, so he's going to pull it out, attach it to his armor, and he has several tasks. So he will go to the bar to Griff, the bartender, hopefully.
Griff is currently in the back, but he's back there with Matthew, and Liliana's out front. You could easily try and get his attention or speak to her or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, we'll go for Liliana.
Okay.
He'll approach her and he will assertively say, Grunkle needs the attention of Griff. If you can get it for Grunkle, please.
Liliana's putting some pottery, plates and stuff away and looks up and she goes, "Oh, most certainly, Grunkle. Give me just a minute." And she'll turn and head back into the kitchen. And you can hear her say, "Our friend Grunkle needs to speak with you." Okay. She steps back out and moves back over to start moving plates, and you see that Griff steps out, apron on, big old burly man. He steps out and goes, "Oh, Grunkle! It's good to see you again. What can I do you for? Are you hungry?"
I am indeed very hungry, but my hunger shall wait for a brief moment.
Okay, but only a moment.
Yes, yes, no, we gotta focus. Grunkle is in need of rations for travels. Grunkle and Torvekek have taken a job from Kyler and Jonathan to travel to the east to check traps for the town, to preserve the town supply, and Kyler told Grunkle and Torvekek that we would be able to get rations, and perhaps a few drinks. Grunkle will do a wink.
He goes, "You're working with Kyler? Absolutely. If it serves the good of the town here, who am I to say no, right? Liliana, why don't you get this man a wine? He looks over at you. He's like an animal skin or maybe a couple actually. Seeing how big you are, he's like maybe like a couple of them. You said
Maybe a hippo skin of wine.
You said the little one's going with you too, right?
Correct. Torvekek.
Torvekek, yeah, I'm working on it. I'll get it. I'll get there. Yeah. So give him a couple of animal skins. Did you like the malt? How was it?
It was one of the better malts I've had in my life.
Perfect. Hook him up with a couple of malts then, and he heads into the kitchen, turns around, and opens up this wood swinging door. He opens it back up and slams it into the wall and looks at you, and he goes, "How are you with taters?"
Grunkle like taters. Taters
Perfect.
great.
The door closes. He slams open again. He goes, "What about rabbit? You okay eating meat, big guy?"
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh, I'm okay with meat.
It's like, and I already know you like my broth, right? You slurped it down like none other last time.
That's exactly how I did it.
It's rations, so don't go slurping it down all at once. Torvekek might get mad you eat all his soup.
I will not let a comrade starve.
Perfect. Oh, man. And he heads back in. You hear him clanging around. And Liliana kind of walks over and sets down 6 wineskins. Or I keep calling them wineskins, but animal skins.
Yeah, that's fine. Wineskins is probably the accurate term, really.
I think it is the accurate term, but there's not wine in them.
Yeah.
So anyway, sits down 6 animal skins, and she goes, "Will this be enough?"
How full is Grunkle's keg?
Grunkle's keg is well, I would say it's empty, but I think you came over with some. So why don't we do this? Why don't you roll? Let me roll for me a D10.
7.
Perfect.
Big 7.
You
Or
s-
small 7.
You 7 servings of whatever previous brew you had in there.
It was the cheapest possible thing I could buy because I was running out of coins. So, yeah, it's the...
No, it's whatever.
I don't want
you
to say a
had.
brand, actually, because it's going to offend anybody
Oh, yeah,
who's
yeah.
part of that brand. But, cheap beer. Let's just call it a
It's-
green can type beer and
Yeah.
move on. Actually, that's too specific.
Can type beer. Yeah, I know that one.
No, blue, gray, or what? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, Grunkle will say that if this is what we can get for the march, this shall be good enough. Six skins.
All right, 6 skins. Perfect. And then you've got. We're gonna say it's burning light is what you have in your keg. 7 servings of burning light in your keg, and we'll say these animal skins. We're gonna say there's probably 3 servings each.
Okay.
Depending, I mean, if you sit down for like a meal and you have your drink with it, yeah, we're gonna say 3 servings each. So there's 3, 6, 9, 12 servings of the house malt.
I would assume if you drink an entire wineskin like in one sitting, you will be profoundly drunk, or at least drunk.
Yeah, you'd have to roll for it. I mean, you might have a really high constitution.
But like a standard human, like if they're like, oh yeah, I drank my entire wineskin in one sitting, that probably has to get them.
Yeah, so the
On
way
average,
I am imagining it is it's probably if you went to like you say you have a bottle of beer, you probably I'd say it's maybe okay, we're thinking cans, I don't know, 3, sure, fuck it. 3 bottles of beer is basically what it is.
Okay. These are cute sized. I can definitely carry that. But yeah, that's fine. As long as it will nourish us and bring us across for 2 days. I'm not going to argue with any of their serving sizes or anything. Especially if it's something I can carry, because at a certain point stuff gets too heavy and I need to get a cart.
Yeah, because
like
I mean,
if it was a gallon each.
With
6
3
gallons is
servings,
heavy.
you have you're gonna be camping for 1, so maybe that's 1 serving, and then you've got a day of travel that's another serving, and a day of travel that's another serving, where you're like sipping on it as you're going or whatever. So,
yeah, you're not accounting for a binge drinking ogre.
Yeah, and that's 1 skin, and you've still got an extra skin just in case.
Yeah.
So say you guys get trapped over there or something, you've got an extra skin or whatever. So
6 is great. I don't think we'll run into any problems.
Should be fun. So she hands that over to you. You're hanging out, waiting. You hear clattering around in the kitchen. You do see that there is a plate of what looks to be foliage. There's like it's set on the counter, kind of at the end of the counter, at the end of the bar. There's a pottery plate which has like trying to think of what the word is, but like harvest from the fort or from the swamp or something, like weird like turnip bulbs and stuff like that are set out nicely displayed. Liliana goes
You've
back to
enticed me.
cleaning, and she goes back to cleaning, but she kind of looks up and smiles at you, and she goes, "Did you want another drink while you were waiting?"
Yes, a drink would be good. Did somebody leave their meal over there?
She stands up and starts making another house malt. She whispers to you. She leans in. She goes, "Don't tell Griff. This one's on me." She sets over another mug of house malt for you while you're waiting. Then she looks down the counter and she goes, "Oh no, I set that out. It's can you keep a secret?"
Yes, Grunkle keeps secret just for you.
No.
Grunkle would say no if no was answer.
She's like, "Well, I don't like I don't really know. It's for the others. Just in case they get hungry."
Around. Are there a lot of people in here? I don't think there was.
No, the place is empty right now.
Others. Okay. Is Grunkle one of others?
She kind of looks at you and smiles and chuckles, but then like gets serious for a second. She goes, No, you're not. No. He's a... Oh, Pickles died. Make sure we're not muted. We're not muted. Okay. Technical difficulties corrected. No, I don't think you're one of the others. It's she kind of hushes her voice and she goes, "Remember the ones who told you about all this gold that you seem to think you know about? The stories."
Oh yes. The chaps I met, yeah.
You described them with wild hair and very very flamboyant features.
Yes. People who would know where treasure is, yes.
Them. It's for them. If you've seen them, then you know.
Yes, Grunkle understand completely. And one day Grunkle will rise to that level of treasure hunter where Grunkle will be deserving of counter vegetables.
It's
Grunkle will drink his mug as if he's made a very valiant point. Like he'll take the mug and down it.
Pickles died.
How did I die again?
Your camera's gone, bro. It's getting worse every time too. What are you doing to your camera?
I'm not doing anything. I'm not even moving my feet.
Do you not see it?
No, it's still going on my end.
What? Wait, is this just me then? Fred, you see this, right?
Let me double check my Discord.
Is it just me that doesn't...
Okay, turned it to a different camera, turned it to this camera. Is it back on?
It's just, his camera's good for me.
That's back.
Alright, well, that fixed it.
Okay. She just kind of
Just
smiles.
flick that switch every once in a while.
She just kind of smiles and like, "No, but okay." She's like, "I think you're already one of the best adventurers I've ever met."
Grunkle thanks you. Grunkle is trying to do good. Grunkle's goal is to always be able to get food wherever he go. But unfortunately, Grunkle only has small pieces of silver. So if Grunkle could purchase vegetables on table or meat in back room, Grunkle has coin.
Well, he's preparing you some rations, but you'd like to buy more.
Well, those are tomorrow rations. Grunkle hungry tonight.
Okay. What would you like?
Grunkle will take out like 2 silver shillings and say, "Food."
Food. She goes, well, if you're feeling snackish, we have the fried potato wedges. If you're feeling a soup, we have that scallop broth. I know you enjoyed that last time. And if you're ready to sit down and have a meal, we have the roast rabbit.
Grunkle looks at his 2 silver shillings and then back at her. Says, "Food, whatever this buy me. Give what seems good."
She looks at your money and back up. Now this is something that I was gonna save for under the table, but I'm gonna mention it here. My prices were off last time. I overcharged the fuck out of you guys. So that's why when you were supposed
We were new in town.
Yeah, well, no. You guys were only supposed to be paid 2 silver pieces, which is still a lot of fucking money here. But it's what I agreed to originally, so I gave you 5 silver pieces each to hopefully pay back some of the stuff that you guys gave. I don't remember exactly how much you guys gave, but that was kind of my attempt to repay and kind of fix you guys shouldn't have spent that much, so you should have some of that money back. That's why you guys got, instead of 4 silver pieces for your payment, you got 10. So she looks at your silver pieces and she's kind of like wide-eyed. She goes, well, it's 1 copper for the potato, it's 2 coppers for the soup, and it's 3 for the roast. You could
What were rooms again? Because we'll need room for a night, I think. I think we stay here
originally tonight. Room was 1 silver piece, but here it's actually 2 copper pieces.
Okay, Grunkle was drunk that night, so he misheard.
Right, yeah, we all were.
Grunkle will pay for rooms for night for Torvekek and Grunkle will, whatever remaining shall go to food, potato wedges, soup, the lamb. I want stuff for Torvekek when he arrive with good news.
Out of how much are you giving her?
2 silver.
2 silver? Okay.
Yeah, Grunkle leave accounting to you. You figure out what Grunkle mean by order. 8 potato wedges, 1 soup, half rabbit.
Basically, no, you're gonna have a lot.
He basically just wants to buy a good feast for his dwarven comrade and himself, and also the rooms, because whatever. Brings me down to 6 silver shillings in my inventory. I'm very rich. And also hoping that my comrade does come back at some point. This would be a very sad feast if they bring this all out, and then I just have to eat it all by myself.
So basically, you're going to get 3 roast rabbit, 3 servings of scallop broth, and 3 servings of fried potato wedges. And the room for the
and 2 beds, yeah.
Yeah.
Or 2 spots. Yeah. This is the right move. This isn't weird, like, say, buying 3 of the same record for your friend after you broke his record, right? This isn't weird. Just waiting for you to laugh there.
This is not weird. Sorry, I'm doing math.
Loading screen.
Okay.
Just Grunkle perusing through the inventory.
Alright. So she walks back in the back and she kind of relays your order. You hear her go, yeah, so he gave us what? He gave us and he wanted so it's gonna be like 3 servings of each. And he goes, dear God! All this commotion and clatter.
This will take Grunkle a while, I assume.
Yeah.
So he'll just be like sitting at the bar, very prepared to show Torvekek that he means business.
This is basically where we're at. Torvekek. You've stood up from the green where the altar to Inebria is. Where are you headed?
I am headed, I guess, back to the bar.
Okay. You reapproach Hobbs Lodge. You open up the front door and you see that the place is still empty, but you see that Grunkle's sat at the bar, kind of probably drooling a little, and you see that the door to the kitchen flies open, and a big rotund man you know as Griff steps out. Bald head, big beard. Hey! Torvekek!
Yes?
Ah, I got it! He almost drops a little platter, and he's sets it out on the counter, and you see that Liliana's walking out behind him with more, and kind of lays down this like a large linen, and they start putting all this like food in there. You see some roast duck, some little baggies, you're not sure what's in there, and then also these like mugs, these tankards with little plastic, they're not plastic obviously, but these like tight linen seals over the top of them, basically just loading up this whole like blanket worth, and then rolling it all up and tying the top of it, this big old bag. And you can see that Griff is clearly drenched in sweat, and he looks up at Grunkle and goes, well, that's everything. Anything else?
Are you talking to me?
I was talking to Grunkle here in front of me, but he didn't want to talk. What do you think? Is that enough?
What all can I see? Just everything?
Right now, you just see a giant bag with a twine tied around the top.
Grunkle's analyzing.
What exactly is in there?
Everything. A lot.
Everything?
Enough to feed basically the town.
Okay. How much is this going to cost us?
He paid.
Oh, he did?
Ah, he did. Sorry, I'm drinking milk.
It's okay, Griff.
So
I
did
could
he
take
or
over
did he
from
not
here.
pay?
Yes, I got us rations, and I guess I meant to get us a feast for tonight, but I think I got just paid for rations correctly.
Well, at least you managed that.
But yes, we have our drinks and we have our rations prepared, and now Grunkle will pay for an actual feast for tonight. Because I just bought rations.
Sure you have the money for that?
Grunkle always save money for a feast. Besides, we have money. You saw me get money today. You gave me 5 silver.
Right, but food is expensive.
It's worth it. Also, you were drunk that night. The money thing, the storyteller said it was changed, so you were just...
We had a whole conversation.
Yeah. We're being charged normal prices now. But,
you
yes,
see that Griff is clearly sweating, and he looks up, he's like, you want more?
No, this is good. This will be good for our travels tomorrow. Griff, can you point my friend and I to the nearest store of, general or, smithing? You have store in town, yeah.
No. I think the nearest one is Liliana. Where they ship that? Foxwood. It's a couple miles up the coast. Down the coast, really.
Grunkle not like this news. Where spend money? Just here?
Well, there was a general store, but well, a couple of years ago it got acquired
By.
Well, the last hero who came to town.
What does that mean? Tell story. Torvekek, you okay with story, or do we have pressing business?
I've got time, I guess.
Yes, tell story. Tell a story for our adventure.
Sure. Yeah, there was a hero came through, dealing with basically the town had put out a notice about these trolls that were coming down to the river from the north, and obviously we're not equipped to deal with trolls, and first we'd seen of him. So we put out a notice, raised some money, and one of the heroes actually decided to come out here. What was his name? What was his name? Where's Lily? Lily! What was his name? Axwood. Something Axwood. Something Axwood. He was a hero. He came through. And, anyways, he's, well, you know how heroes are. He came and he took what he needed. He got paid and he went up and, well, we haven't seen him or any of the trolls, so he must have done the job. Trolls never came back. So, but yeah, we didn't have a general store after that, and no one knew he's moved into town. He was able to set up a general store just yet. So once we get that, that'll be excellent. If you know anyone who's looking to set up shop, we could definitely use it.
Noted.
Yeah. That'd not help our quest too much, but story is still good.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's a hero, so, you know, all praise them, right?
Right.
So, yeah. Anyways, they were a good family.
Well, that's good. So, how much did you spend on all this?
Grunkle put down 2 silver, said get food and pay for a room tonight. So our rooms are paid for. Our food is paid for. Grunkle has gotten the rations, and you had a job as well. And your job was to go and get blessing from God? Priestess of Goddess.
Grunkle, roll awareness.
Yep.
First level easy, whatever it is. It's not easy, but whatever the first one is.
Trivial is the easiest.
No. First, routine.
Routine? Yeah. 77 out of 55.
Wow, crit fail.
But it's a match. Yeah.
Okay.
Grunkle not aware of much.
Yeah. You. Okay. Let's go with this. Seconds.
If it helps, I have nerves of steel.
No. You're fine.
I have a lantern.
I do have a lantern. That's what it is. Okay. Grunkle, you're chilling, you're doing your thing, and all of a sudden you actually don't notice anything. Torvekek, you notice without having to roll anything. A small child behind him, choking on a rock that seems to be the same rock that was in Grunkle's mouth.
Grunkle? Grunkle!
Yes. What is the next path that you
You
think
have
we should go
child
on?
behind you with rock in mouth.
Okay, that's the next path, I guess. Grunkle will turn around to inspect this, very disappointed that there's no blacksmith, and that disappointment shows as he glares down at the choking child.
The kid, his obviously mouth stuck on this rock, looks up at you and just stops yelling, like, can see that you're obviously pissed. He's like, oh! And he just drool going down his mouth.
I want to attempt to steal back my rock, because that was my rock. I took it out of my mouth and put it on the counter because I was going to drink beer and talk to people normally. And when you have the cape on, you don't suck on rocks.
Okay.
Big shout out to Roxasman.
Oh. Go ahead and
yeah, can I roll something to like grab it from him? Like,
yeah, let's roll a
like
coordination.
combat?
What? You're gonna punch him?
No, it's like yeah, coordination.
Let's go with the coordination. I want to see if you.
Oh shoot, I rolled that at routine, so
Sorry.
45. Oh, I got a 9 out of 45.
Yep, you're splitting. Okay, so you, without busting his jaw off, you remove this rock. You can see that he's got a tear rolling down as his mouth is just stuck around this rock, and you pull the rock out, and he kind of looks up and he goes, kind of looks down and he goes, oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Don't keep up with Ogre, though. Ogre eat big rocks. Start with gravel, and you work your way up from gravel.
Okay.
I'll turn away from the child to my dwarven comrade. This is embarrassing. I get that you think Grunkle is funny man, Ogre, but when Grunkle put on the attire, he's pointing to his cape, Grunkle take things seriously. We are going to be doing this mission with the utmost seriousness.
All right, that works for me.
Yes. So we have rations. You brought a blessing from your goddess, yes? That's what we're talking about before child
I got
choke?
a blessing for me, yes.
Oh. Okay, well, a blessing for you is good, I guess. But, why well,
Yes.
I guess Grunkle is immune to blessings anyway, so it wouldn't have helped anyways. But,
How are you immune to blessings?
because, my commander, told me that Grunkle, you are worst berserker ever. Grunkle says, I'm not worst berserker ever, but he say I am. He say I'm too timid to be a true berserker, and the gods hate my existence. That's why they make me so fat. And Grunkle said, hurtful, but respect your opinion as my leader. Anyways, this is not the time for reminiscing about military time. This is time for Grunkle and Torvekek to prepare further. These people have no buildings of blacksmith. They have no buildings of general store. So Grunkle is very concerned. We need more tools here. There's wildlife to kill and eat, and there's mortuary sword disappointment. I wish to have big weapon just like you, but unfortunately, I guess that's not going to be an option. So I'm trying to ask you what we should do.
I don't really know how to get you a bigger sword. If there's no blacksmith or no general store, you're kind of stuck. I don't know what to tell you, big man.
I'm not looking for specifically big sword, just like what can we do with remaining hour of days, hours in day, before we go questing? Anything we can do, anything we can gather. Child, what do you know? Besides choking on rocks, aka not being able to eat properly, what do you know about town? Tell us where we can meet people that Griff not know.
You say this as you see Matthew walking back into the building,
Damn it.
spilling a bunch of gravel as he's walking, his hands full. Huh?
Oh. Yes.
What?
You.
What?
Gravel-sized child. You tell us information you know around town about places to go to spend money. Where can we get better equipment, better items, better information?
Better. I don't have any money, sir.
No, but we do have the money. That's Grunkle feel like he's on crazy drink.
You
Just
fucking.
it shouldn't be hard to find places to spend money. You don't have a bathhouse here. There's no culture. Grunkle, calm down.
The kid drops the gravels like, I'm sorry, sir.
That's okay. Torvekek, I think perhaps we should just lay low for the night and head out in the morning. Yes?
You see that Griff's kind of
I
pulling
think
Matthew
I
behind
have
him.
conversation
I heard
for
Wrath.
the morning later. Well, I have conversation to have in a little bit. Yes.
Yes.
So you can go to bed. I will have conversation. I will see you in morning.
Well, I don't know what time it is the thing. Like, if this is early afternoon, then we should be just hanging out here for a bit. We can't go shopping or anything.
It is completely up to you.
I'm gonna note this again. It's probably about noon, maybe right now.
Yeah, so can't go to sleep now. I'm just trying to find things to do.
I'm trying to
with
note this a couple
time.
times that it's like, you guys are like, we're waiting until tomorrow. I was like, it's more? Okay. Just so you guys, I'm just going to recap real quick. I'm just sure. Jonathan and Kyler already left.
Oh, so we should be leaving as soon as possible.
Yeah, they asked you to like. And he sat there. And he's like, if you guys need any extra gear for like camping or anything, let me know. You guys need anything? You guys said no. He's like, all right, well we're heading out. And he backed up and they left.
Oh, okay. I thought that he said they were going to meet us for dinner tonight, and so
No.
Okay.
The only one who said, "Will you be at the tavern tonight?" was Addison, and he said yes, and I was like, "What? No, you guys aren't leaving? Okay."
Grunkle's okay. Yeah, Grunkle's.
You guys don't have to leave, and that's why I'm not making you guys leave. You guys don't have to leave. I was just gonna play it to where tomorrow Kyler walks back into town and is like, "Oh, you beat us."
Well, then he would be if it was tomorrow and he left today. And assuming he made it all the way, like he got one day's journey.
Yeah, he wouldn't be back until tomorrow night. But
yeah.
I was. I realized I
got confused.
I didn't know if you guys were confused or you just decided, oh, we're gonna leave tomorrow. It seemed like you guys both were in agreement that you were leaving tomorrow. So I was like, okay, it's perfectly fine. I'm not arguing. You guys can leave whenever you want. I'm just letting you guys know, per your knowledge, Kyler already left. You guys got your rations, and that was where I was confused because I didn't realize you were buying food for tonight for at the tavern. I thought you were just buying more food to have on you, and so they wrapped it all up, and you've got
okay,
about 5 servings of everything on the menu.
That's perfect. Okay, yeah. Now that I get that instead Grunkle will be like, so I guess then we are ready to go, rather than sleep at tavern. And I did not pay for tavern room. I just got more food, I guess, probably, or I paid for some person's. It doesn't matter.
Well, you did pay for the room, but you can have it when you
whatever.
get back or something. I don't know. It's up to you guys. I'm not saying you have to leave now. You guys can choose to stay.
Oh, Grunkle, what adventure?
You guys can do whatever you want.
I guess if I can, I'll make it back to Addison and tell her we are leaving to go do the mission thing, and then go do it, if that makes sense.
Okay. So you're just letting her know you won't see her at the tavern?
Yeah.
Okay. You get there and she's very much drunk, and she's just like, cheers.
Cheers. We have to go do a job now. Sorry.
Never feel sorry for that. Have a blessed journey, my friend.
You as well, friend.
Thank you. Takes another swig. Okay. He's gone back and talked to Addison. Grunkle, is there anything you want to do, or are you gathering up your companion and heading out?
I would gather up the supplies, and then I would go with him, I assume, then to Addison. But I would stay like 100 feet away. Like I'm giving them space. It's like when somebody goes to talk to somebody at their front door at their house, and like the friend is in the car.
Yeah.
Like I'm out there like with all the food on my back, looking like Santa Claus, and just being like, yeah, we're ready to ride.
Yeah. Okay. He says his goodbyes, parts his way. You guys, I don't want to put words in your mouth. Are you guys heading out of town?
And eating potato wedges.
Nice. Munching on potato wedges.
I guess we're heading out.
Okay.
Anything else?
You guys head out the south exit of town. You see there's a new watchman down there, standing guard. Haven't met him, but you guys head out of town. You head, I'm gonna assume east.
Yeah, because that's where we were told we would go, and I'm assuming we are following the directions correctly.
Okay. I was telling Fred I'm going to retcon this just a tiny bit. You guys have approached Addison, the priestess of Inebria, at the altar of Inebria here in this like center courtyard type roundabout of what would have been a town square at one point in time. As you guys approach, he said, Torvekek approached and said, hey, I'm not going to be at the tavern tonight. We're actually going to be going out on this quest to help out Kyler. And she responded in kind. God's blessing to you. I wish you the absolute best. And then she looks past Torvekek and she sees the ogre. And she will comment to Torvekek, who I'm assuming is standing close enough to her, to where she's like, "What is that your friend carries on his back? I saw it earlier."
I'm not actually sure.
It is odd, isn't it? Should we ask him?
Sure, why not?
What did you say his name was?
I usually just call him Ogre, but I think
Enough. Excuse me, ogre. He didn't respond to that name. What other name might it be?
Really sucks having a terrible awareness score, but I'm just waiting
Grunkle,
over
maybe?
here.
Is his name Grunkle?
Grunkle. Did you respond to that?
Really sucks
don't
being
know.
150 feet away.
I
Don't hear anything they're saying.
can't yell anymore. Grunkle.
Maybe if Grunkle look over there, he can read their lips. Grunkle is looking over now.
you
you there,
see them
Grunkle?
both like trying to yell to you, like, oh, wait, could he really not hear us?
I guess not.
He just,
Grunkle rage!
this is not the time. No,
I'm done.
I know what happens.
Yeah,
when
so
Grunkle
Grunkle's
rages.
looking over at you guys, and they're like staring at him.
Well, yeah, we've been calling to Grunkle. I don't know if you actually couldn't hear us or not, but
No, I could hear you, but Grunkle's awareness is very low,
Oh.
and he's rolled critical fails consistently.
It's true. She'll tell Torvekek, she goes, "Would you mind fetching him? Would he like one of the blessings as well?"
Probably. He was kind of mad I got one and he didn't.
Well,
Oi! Grunkle!
Grunkle here, Torvekek, by staring at him and seeing that he's yelling for me. And Grunkle will stumble on over, march on over, I mean.
introduce yourself.
Well, I am Grunkle. This is friend Torvekek.
I know him. We're friends. You and I are not friends. I figured I would make better of that.
Yes. Fix situation rather than rub it in Grunkle face. Yes, I'm Grunkle.
Yes.
One of the berserkers of the Legion. Well, I am still berserker, but no longer in Legion. I'm here to help town with my comrade Torvekek.
I have heard of the berserkers and their work. Do you plan to berserk here?
No, Grunkle not eat people. Grunkle is good ogre. Grunkle is interested in helping society. Grunkle drink beer and then make funny stories, not fight old men.
And what is the contraption on your back then, Grunkle?
Backpack, but it hold liquid, obviously.
I see.
Keg pack. My friend gave it to me when I leave Legion. He said, "Grunkle, you're going to die out there. May as well die drunk." And Grunkle say thank. Right, Torvekek? That's good motto to have.
And what if I was to tell you?
Suppose.
What if I was to tell you? I could put that barrel to use.
Well, Grunkle tell you any ogre could put it to use.
And what would you say if I was to tell you that I have a secret recipe?
Well, every ogre have secret recipe, but not many secret recipe actual good. Sometimes secret just an onion. Is your secret just onion, or is your secret good secret?
This one I call the Numb Abyss. And I'll let you be one of the first to taste it. It's a new one. What do you think of that?
Grunkle's gonna look to Torvekek because he's looking to see if this is a trustworthy thing, or if
She hasn't
Torvekek is
steered
giving
me
him a.
wrong. And I doubt you could get killed by anything I could, so have at it.
Okay, well, first off, what is price of this early access beta brew? And second, then Grunkle make funny. Grunkle, not a hipster from Portland, Oregon. Uh, um, so one, how much this cost me, and two, what do I need to do? Do I need to empty backpack, keg pack?
Yes, the keg would need to be empty, as to not spoil the new brew. And all you need to do is no price, but your friend here, Torvekek, was telling me that you two are going on a bit of an adventure. While you're out on said adventure, if you just wouldn't mind collecting some of the ingredients I'm missing, I could mix up this brew, store it in your keg. It comes to ready to drink, and you get to be one of the first to drink it. As long as I get the, a sample as well, so that I know that it worked.
Numb Abyss. You need sample stuff. Sample stuff could be tasty to sample. Yes, I think this is good thing. Torvekek, you also think this is good thing, right? Get Numb Abyss. That sound like IPA.
I guess. I mean, it can't hurt.
Is
I
this your
don't know if you want
church?
to give up your brew you have or not, but
I mean, I've got like 7 drinks of the cheapest swill I got at some human town. I don't remember the name of the town. They were very rude to Grunkle. Grunkle's choosing to forget the town. Anyways, yes, tell us what ingredients you need, and we will bring them, and Grunkle will drink all the things that are in keg at the point of when we return. Yes.
Alright then. It's a deal. What I need, well, I need a couple of ingredients, but I will go out and get some of them myself. The ones that are a bit harder to get for me personally, I need Silent Blood Rose. This is a flower. It grows red. It grows all over, but the problem is you won't know it until nighttime. So you wouldn't even know if you're standing in the middle of it until nighttime. At night, in the dead silent, wherever blood has been spilled, this flower will glow in the night. It has a red aura to it. That's when you know you found it. So that's the first one, Silent Blood Rose.
Question.
Of course.
Is blood make it bloom, or does blood make it grow? Like, can Grunkle cut some living thing and make blood on ground, and then it grow at night, or
it grows where blood has been spilled, but you wouldn't know it until the silent of night. That's when it will glow.
oh, okay, Grunkle no. Next ingredient.
Your voice is perfect. The next one
This
is
voice is killing my throat.
Oh really? The Daydream Cap. This is a mushroom which eaten alone is not good. It's hallucinogenic and poisonous. It grows upside down. You know that you found it, so it'll be a normal mushroom, but instead of the cone arching over like this, it kind of arches up. And I believe it's freckled on the inside, but wouldn't know. The last one is a flux bearberry. Now these ones grow out of bear droppings. It's a type of weed.
All right. What does the berry look like?
It's a sour green, from what I hear. But I suppose if you find berries growing out of bear shit, you probably found it. Can't imagine too many berries grow out of bear shit, unless a bear shit on a berry bush. Then that could be confusing.
Well, Grunkle will probably maybe succeed at this. So Grunkle will look for these 3 things: the Silent Blood Rose, the Daydream Cap, Flux Bearberry, and we will have success when we return.
Perfect. I will make sure to fill your backpack to the brim with the new brew.
That'll save me money. So much money. Like 3 money. At least 3 money. Yes.
Sure.
The feelings of adventure are overwhelming me, Torvekek. We need to march. Like our friends Kyler and Jonathan, we need to march towards our success.
Are you sure?
Are you unsure?
I just
Would you like the same blessing as your
Marking-
friend before you go?
yes, he needs a blessing.
Well, Grunkle immune to blessings, so
No.
you could try your best, but
You were serious about that.
that's what Grunkle Commander told him. Grunkle's commander would not lie.
Very strange.
I wish not to offend. No worries.
No, not offend. Just I'm immune, and it would be pointless for you to spend your energies and your god or goddess that's staring down upon Grunkle's body when Grunkle's body is.
Understood. No pressure at all. Inebria is here for any who wishes to drink.
Well, Grunkle wished to drink, so is that part of blessing?
Then by all means, she pulls her animal skin and just hands it over to you. Take a swig, my friend.
Okay, well, a swig is at least 12% of it, so Grunkle will try and estimate 12% poorly,
Okay.
and he'll drink that down.
As you drink, you hear her say, "May the goddess of the drink pull you both overflowing mugs. Good fortune on your journey."
Grunkle
the
wants to think of his doom sign. His doom sign is "Do not push for more, as you will get it." Grunkle feels uneasy,
What do you do?
but he'll drink the drink. Obviously, he's not going to be rude at this point. 12%, that's the goal.
Okay. Roll a D100. If you get a 12, you succeed. Anything else, your character dies.
Yep.
No, I'm just kidding. Can you imagine? He rolls a 12. Ah, dead. All right, next week we'll be rolling up a new character.
Hey, I'm Chunkle. I'm a bard ogre.
But yeah, Grunkle's just drunk. He's not dead.
He's
Drunkle. No, you're perfectly fine. You take your drink and you do notice that your throat heals. The voice no longer hurts your throat.
Oh, thank heavens. You'll like that, Mr. Pickles.
You notice that, yeah, like Torvekek noticed, it's got a very sweet. It's not like the sour malt of the Hobbs Lodge. It's very sweet. It's very smooth, and it coats your throat with this like soothing medicine, almost.
Yeah, sweet nectar
Yep.
of the goddess.
Nectar of the goddess. You guys have received your blessings. What would you like to do? Were you guys heading back out east?
Yeah, I think we should march now.
onto the traps. Gotta collect the stuff from the traps.
Yep.
We're pretending we're heroes, but we're just checking some traps.
Basically.
We are heroes. We're doing good work for the town, and I have no other statements.
Oh, okay. I was waiting.
I'm marching onwards. My cape is not flowing, even though I wish it was.
You guys head out of town, stepping through the muck and the mud. You guys head east now. There aren't paved roads and clear trails out here, so you're having to like cut through trees and limbs and duck under fallen logs and hike through mud that at points comes all the way up to even Grunkle's waist, to where Torvekek's holding his is it an axe? Cool.
Yeah.
Holding his axe above his head.
An axe,
Like, my beard! Climbing through some of the mud pits. I'd like both of you to roll. Yes.
Wait. I mean, if it's that deep, Grunkle isn't like terribly weak. It would just slow us down a bit. I could put him on my back, I'm assuming,
Okay.
with the food.
Doors do not get carried.
That's what I was just about to ask. Are you okay with this, Torvekek?
Grunkle just think that maybe you don't want to get cut. Well, if you want to be money, it's your prerogative. A word I know
Big word.
because I was at a human town and bad things happen. I don't want to talk about it. You don't just walk in the mud. I won't carry you if you don't.
All right, Grunkle, I need a survival check at standard, and Torvekek, survival check at challenging.
Hang on. Say survival check at challenging.
Sir.
There's survival. That's perception. Huh. I was not expecting that for some reason.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
I think I get why, but
Wow, Torvekek with a crit fail needed a 32 to succeed. Got a 99.
Grunkle on same team, 99-45. Grunkle believe in solidarity. The Legion.
What the fuck? You both roll 90. Roll it again. I'm just curious. Is it broke?
Grunkle,
sure.
Roll again. We're going with 299s, but I just want to make sure it's not okay. Yeah,
Grunkle get 3-9.
You're not broke, but holy shit, they both roll 99. That's insane. You both crit fail. Okay. You guys are going along. Torvekek's holding his axe up. Grunkle, all of a sudden, Torvekek's gone. And you take a step and you trip and go straight face first down into the mud. Okay. Both of you are completely under the mud at this point. I need coordination checks from both of you. This is
I've
both.
got good athletics, perhaps. If maybe I can leverage my like.
Yep, I'll athletics checks for both of you right now.
Because this is where Grunkle is.
This is gonna be standard because you're just in a mud pit, so it's not like you're. Hopefully, won't die here or some shit, but standard athletic checks from both of you.
I memean, I've got the upper hand on this, and I'm still going to fail.
Yep.
Okay, well.
What the fuck? No.
Double. No, that's something I haven't rolled yet.
Double 90s. What the fuck?
Okay, yeah.
Here's my roll. Is it rolling?
I think something's broke.
Yeah, I thought you both just rolled and you both got 90s, and I was like, what the fuck?
Okay, submit. 56 out of 59.
Okay, so Torvekek's gone. Grunkle, you maintain hold of all your gear. You don't lose anything as you fall and like lose your stick in the mud and stuff. You maintain your stuff. You come up out of the mud and you're just completely coated in this sticky mud. You look like mud golem kind of thing. And Torvekek's, you don't see him.
I want to fish in the mud for him. Can I use my athletics to like okay, can I use my stick is probably what I was holding when I went out in this. I'm not holding my sword when I'm out in this mud. I'm using my stick to like walk along. Can I use my stick like horizontal to like get like an idea of the surface and then use my other arm like with my athletic skill perhaps to like fish out anything that's dwarven shaped?
I agree, but I'm gonna have you do something first. I want you to roll a standard awareness check first.
Okay, I'm gonna fail this. Just fly.
Fly.
Oh, never mind. 1045.
Super success. Okay. So now I'm gonna have you do an athletics check at routine.
Oh yes.
Yeah, your awareness is giving you a boost on this.
Yeah, and I'm gonna roll a 99 here, just FYI.
Yeah. What? What?
Bundle. 98 out of 69. You know, I'm not exactly psychic, but I'm pretty darn close.
We need to go back to rolling regular dice. He says I'm gonna roll a 99.
No.
98.
If we were rolling regular dice, I would have gotten 100.
Did you roll?
No, I didn't roll physical dice. I'm just saying that my physical dice hate me even more than these dice.
Holy shit. Okay.
If I let go of my spear,
hang on.
If I give up my spear, can I re-roll and dive a little bit deeper? Acknowledging that I will lose my spear most likely, can I sacrifice that for a re-roll?
You act like that's a big sacrifice. You hate your spear.
Shut up. It's my walking spear. It's sharp.
Give me
You can
one
say
second
no.
here. No, I'm checking something real quick.
I just- It's either that or use my cast iron stomach to start eating mud to free my friends.
There it is.
I'm not going to leave this dwarf to become petrified and get fished out in the future
All right.
as like the peat moss dwarf.
So you're wanting to basically sacrifice gear to dive in and hunt for Torvekek.
Yeah, well, I was using it like to help maintain the surface while I swing around with my arm underneath. But yeah, letting it go means that there's a fair to strong chance that it might just drift off or sink as well.
Okay.
There's no evidence that it should just stay floating on the surface. I don't know how spears work, so I'm gonna let that go and try and like use both arms to sweep even further, riskier.
I'm gonna need before you do this, Torvekek. I'm gonna need a toughness check, and this is This is a challenging toughness check.
Oh. Are you trained in toughness? Just out of curiosity, Torvekek?
I'm looking and I don't see it.
It's under brawn.
Yeah. That's one of the ones I put 1 point into toughness.
Needed a 44, got an 82.
There's something fucking broke, man. I'm hitting 90s.
That's an 82.
It's close
Close
to
enough.
90. It's closer to 90 than it is 44.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a 71 before that. You had some actually pretty shit rolls recently. Okay, Torvekek, you failed that. Grunkle, I'm gonna allow you.
No shit.
I'm gonna allow you to sacrifice some gear.
Yes.
You're pretty much basically what's happening is you're no longer worried about holding on to your stuff. You don't know what you're letting go of, but you're no longer holding on to your stuff. You're diving in. You're looking for Torvekek. Give me a. Because you're sacrificing gear, I'm going to say that it's not slowing you down and holding you back as much. So we're going to go to a standard instead of a challenging. We're going to go to a standard athletics roll.
I mean, I was at routine.
Okay, then we'll do that.
I wasn't that challenging.
I'm going to allow you to roll an awareness. And if you succeed your awareness, I'll let you come back up.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
So go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Standard awareness. We're going to see what you get. If you succeed.
Take money. Take money. 94 out of 45.
You did not. Okay, so we're going to go, what did I say, to standard?
Yeah, from challenging to standard.
Yeah, so standard athletics.
Okay, this is the roll that needs to actually succeed. Doesn't matter if my eyes work. 6 out of 59.
6 out of 59. That is a success. Okay, so, Grunkle, you have abandoned your cautious nature to hold on to your own, make sure that your stuff's all taken care of. You dive in and you're pounding through this mud spraying everywhere, making this whole ruckus, and you grab hold a fistful of what feels like fabric, and you clench it and you just fling it up to the surface. Up out of the mud comes this completely caked dwarf. This is not Torvekek. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, fuck.
Ran another dwarf. No, it is.
Dwarf, I throw him back in.
No, wrong one. Oh. Put him back in.
Use my hand to clear his face of mud.
Your mic switched, by the way.
My what? Oh,
your
God.
mic. just your way. So you bring up this completely caked dwarf while you fix your thing. I'm just gonna talk by your time. Torvekek, you are not breathing.
Oh, wonderful.
Can my goal?
Grunkle, you connect. Yeah.
Wipe his face with my hand, like try and grab the mud off his face.
You're absolutely able to. As you do, you see that his mouth is just full of mud.
I've got two hands and I don't have a spear in them, so I'm gonna squeeze on his dwarven chest and hope that my ogre hands are good enough to squeeze his stone lungs.
Okay.
Dwarves have stone lungs, right? Yeah, I don't care. It doesn't matter right now. I don't need biology to work. I just hope he has stone lungs that I can squeeze.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to roll, and we're gonna go with a standard roll, a heal check. Now, the way this works is it's starred, and the way starred things work is it's flip to fail. So you want to roll low, like say you need a 44 to succeed, right? If you roll a 32, or say you roll a 23, it would flip to fail, so it would make it a 32. Flip the numbers to the higher number, but you would still succeed because it's under 44. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't like my odds.
Don't worry. This isn't. I'm gonna give you the out that this isn't life or death.
41 out of 39. Flip to fail is 41
Still
out of
40.
39.
Yep. Okay.
2% off.
2%. That's
Breathe!
fucking close. Now, Torvekek, go ahead and roll me a toughness check, and we're going to start at standard. Don't roll a 90.
Son of a fucking bitch.
39. Okay. Grunkle, you're pounding on his chest. It's not working. Try. What else would you try? What else? He's still not breathing. He's still got mud in his mouth. You're still in the middle of this mud pit. What would you like to do, Grunkle?
Fucking rats killed my character the second session.
No. I've got an ace up my sleeve. Because Grunkle. Okay, so I'm like on a stable part, like step back with the dwarf, like I'm standing. I'm not like paddling, right?
Yeah. You're
Okay.
able to stand. You're at a spot where you can stand, but you're still in this middle of this mud pit.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take my keg pack off, and I'm going to pour it on his face, because the grace of beer, even if it's shitty human beer, might just like wash away the mud. And like I'm gonna pour a splash on him, set it in the mud, squeeze, pour a splash on him, set it in the mud, squeeze. So I'm gonna try and wash the mud from his face and spirit. And
I'm gonna give you a heal check at routine
oh fuck yes,
for reasons. We'll talk about this during the under the table.
is this still flip to fail? Oh yeah,
Yes,
obviously, because
Yep. Unless you're trained in it. I don't know. I'm doubting you're trained.
no,
in
I'm
it.
not.
Okay.
I'm not trained in it, and that's why I'm using beer.
That's fair.
85 out of 49.
It's worse. Okay. Are you still
Well,
here,
I
Fred?
mean-
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So Torvekek, you need to roll a toughness check, but you get to roll it at routine.
I don't think that's gonna help me.
Hasn't helped yet, but that's a success.
Hey!
That's a
Yeah.
success.
764.
That is a success. 7 out of 64. Okay. So at this point, Grunkle has poured out everything.
All 7 drinks I was using.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And Torvekek, you cough and spit up mud. You just see this basically puked out mud. But as you do, you notice that your beard is covered in beer, and it's kind of a nice taste. Not only that, but you kind of wake up, and what starts with this like jolt and puke and gasp for breath as you're coming back to. Your body is kind of shaking and quivering with the adrenaline rush, and you're like, ah! You feel this soothing nature kind of come over you. Almost like the beer being splashed over you. And you don't take any peril damage. Any mental peril damage. Your mind is at ease. However, your body is not. Your body is lightly wounded. You're going straight to lightly wounded. So under talents and trappings, if you scroll down, you're gonna find your damage condition track. You can go ahead and mark lightly wounded. You come to. Grunkle's standing over you. You're laying on top of this mud pit. He's pouring the last drops of his barrel over the top of you as you puke and spew up.
The fuck was that?
You're safe. Grunkle will pull you in for a hug, squeezing you to try and get any extra mud out. And then
Get
he'll
off of me!
They'll set you down. I thought I lost you. We fell in mud. Deep pit up ahead. It's needs under mud bridge. But we have no time for that. I personally thought this path was going to be okay, but to be fair, we are pretty deep in the mud. Why we took this path, I do not know anymore. But
I was following you.
oh. Well, this is my bad, but I'm glad you did not drown in mud. You are very hard to find. You are dense, like a gem. Gems are dense, right?
And it's at this point that Grunkle notices that not only is his spear gone, so is his cape.
Dun, dun,
And this is
dun.
where we will stop. This is where we will stop for today's adventure.
Can I ask a question before we stop?
Sure. What's your question?
Am I also missing my sword?
Find out next time on King's Crossing episode 3. Grunkle has only noticed that his cape is gone and his spear.
And my rocket gen is my sword and my rocket gen and my cape are the 3 most important things to me, as well as my keg.
What else? I mean, you could go back in the mud. Just find it. You know, it's in the mud.
I'm gonna die in the mud.
Grunkle dies trying to get his spear and his cape.
Well, no, I care. If I lost my sword, I'm a scared boy, and if I lose my bottle of rocket gen, I can't spit a fireball. I have only 1 fireball in my inventory, and if I lose that glass bottle of me doing fire breath, I'm going to go. I'll berserk. And next time
Find out
on
next
King's
time.
Crossing.
King's Crossing.